Hi, and welcome into the Ranch Sitdown. My name is Shane Hollinger. My guest today, singer-songwriter out of San Marcos. Say hello to Hank Weaver.
Wish I could soundproof the walls of my head to keep out the noise of the words I ain't said. Try to push out the pain, staying out of the rain. Told me to try and get good and get gone. Don't fool around with games that had never been won. Breaking free these chains, all my love's in vain. Cigarettes and roses won't pay my cab fare home. I walk for miles in these worn-out boots just to find where I belong. My head is spinning and the world is gray. Won't you help me see the light? I guess lonely is my only friend tonight. I hate to say bye to a friend of mine. It looks like today the sun won't shine. My heart's heavy with shame, putting out an old flame. Spent my last dime on a little bit of hope. Now I'm watching it wilt as I'm walking alone. It's a picture perfect end to my day, but I'm making my way. Cigarettes and roses won't pay my cab fare home. I walk for miles in these worn-out boots just to find where I belong. My head is spinning and the world is gray. Won't you help me see the light? I guess lonely is my only friend tonight. I'd let you lead me all around. There's no easy way to be let down. I don't have the strength for putting up a fight. I guess lonely is my only friend tonight. Cigarettes and roses won't pay my cab fare home. I walk for miles in these worn-out boots just to find where I belong. My head is spinning and the world is gray. Won't you help me see the light? I guess lonely is my only friend tonight. I guess lonely is my only friend tonight.
Very nice. Hank Weaver with us on the ranch. I love that Hank kind of talks like this when he talks real quiet. And then he starts singing and this huge voice comes out, man.
I've never been told that before, but I'll take
See, listen right now.
Might just be because I'm tired. But
Maybe that's what it is, the life of a musician.
I suppose, maybe.
You signed up for show business.
I know. I'm living in it.
So we're going to get to know Hank Weaver here. First question, what made you pick up a guitar in the first place?
Oh, man, there's a couple things. My dad always played and sang around the house growing up. He just kind of knew a couple chords, and he would always, he showed me all the music I look up to now and that I've listened to my whole life. And then it was around the time when I guess the Johnny Cash biopic came out, Walk the Line, and I was 4 years old. But my parents bought it on DVD, and I saw the movie, and I thought Joaquin Phoenix was Johnny Cash as a child. I was like,
he did really well.
He did really well, but I didn't know who the real Johnny Cash was. But I just thought that was really cool, so I just started beating around a guitar since when I was a little kid, and learned a couple chords, and kind of played and sang my whole life. And then around my senior year of high school, started trying to write songs, just bad songs, really. But I knew it was something I enjoyed doing. And then, obviously, when I moved down to San Marcos, I started, kind of taking it seriously and see where I could go with it.
There's a wave of these young singer-songwriters coming out of the San Marcos area. What is it about that area? Is it Kent Finley?
I mean, yeah. None of us got to know Kent Finley, but everything that Cheatham Street represents, everything about that, we just all gravitated towards. That's where we all met each other and hang out every week at songwriter nights on Wednesdays. We just all started hanging out with each other and writing songs together and kind of friendly competition, someone brings a good song to the table. Next week, you're like, all right, I want to bring a good song to the table too. And it was kind of where we all met each other.
So you were not from there. You've moved there. What brought you there in the first place? The music?
Well, partially. I didn't apply for a whole lot of colleges. I didn't really know what I wanted to do. I applied for A&M, didn't get into A&M, but I'd heard about Cheatham Street in high school from someone that I knew that went to Texas State. Okay. And they had said that, there's just open mic night for songwriters. And I looked into it, and I was like, all my heroes got started there. And, yeah.
Real songwriters.
Songwriters.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, that's where I want to go. So partially that, and obviously I was able to get into Texas State. So decided to go down there and just give it a shot.
What was the major at Texas State?
Public relations. Yeah, I'm still finishing it up, actually.
Are you really?
My 4 years would have been in May of this year, but, music kind of got in the way, so I'm finishing in December.
Okay.
So still a Texas State Bobcat as of right now.
Is the goal to do music full time?
Yes, I believe so. That's kind of what I'm going for. Getting a degree in public relations. I don't know what I would do with that, but I'd like to think I got to start on this music stuff kind of early, so I'm going to see where it goes before
Good group of songwriters from San Marcos. Who are some of those that we should be paying attention to?
Oh, man, there's a whole bunch of them. Obviously, Cameron Albright, Ashton Naylor, Ian Kasurik, Wes Hatcher, Bo Moore, Tanner Menegay, Jameson Edelman. List goes on and on with a lot of guys my age that are really just writing incredible songs and just really trying to get after it. So
it's crazy. I've been doing this music scene for a long time now to see these waves happen like this, and it happens out of different. It's been in Lubbock for a while, and it was here. It was in Austin for a while, and it's neat to see these pockets where all these songwriters just somehow something calls them there to one place, and they all just try to outshine each other, and that's what makes you good. Like you were saying, you brought a good song, I got to bring a good song next week. Kind of becomes a friendly competition.
Yeah, I agree. And I think it all kind of revolves around places like Cheatham Street or Blue Light or all these different places that all of us go towards. And we go to Lubbock and we meet other guys who are doing the same thing as us. And it's just all these, like you said, these pockets that everybody kind of falls into. So it's pretty cool.
So let's talk about your songwriting process. Do you start with a lyric, a melody, a hook? What happens for you?
It all kind of depends. Sometimes I'll go through a slump of not having any ideas. Lately, like in the past year, I've been co-writing a lot with other people, which has been it's been a different deal, kind of a new thing for me, but it's definitely helped, like co-writing a bunch and maybe helping other people with their songs, other people help me with my songs, and then later on, then I'll have more of my brain will be sharper to actually start writing myself and just kind of, it all depends. Sometimes it's a melody, sometimes it's a line, sometimes it's a movie I saw or something like that.
So when you're co-writing, is it with friends around the San Marcos scene that you know? I mean, do you ever walk into a co-write with somebody you've never met before?
I have before, yes.
That seems odd.
Me and Ashton Naylor were actually up in Nashville for the first time like 2 weeks ago, and we kind of did that whole deal, and it was very
eye-opening,
very eye-opening experience the way they do things up there. But it was cool. It's kind of there's some of that co-writing culture in Texas. I think I got a couple years ago, I met Slade Coulter. Yeah. And that song I just played was like one of the first successful co-writes I'd actually had that was meaningful. And then after that, I started co-writing with a bunch of other people in Texas that I eventually became better friends with. And obviously, guys down in San Marcos are writing together too. So it's been very helpful.
Where's the strangest place you wrote a song?
Probably where I wrote that song with Slade. It was in Broken Bow, Oklahoma, in like a really crappy motel room, I guess. Yeah. I always say that on stage, and it sounds cheesy. It was like
but if you're focusing on the paper, you don't see what the room looks like?
Exactly, yeah. That's probably the dingiest place I've written a song. But,
how do you know when a song is done?
Man, I don't know. There's a lot of songs that I'll consider half songs, and I'll play them for a while just like to kind of see if I get anything else out of it, and then somebody will say, that song's done. Or sometimes I'll think a song's complete, and a friend of mine's like, well, you could put a bridge there or something like that. So it's always subject to change.
Ever evolving.
Yeah.
So when you're out on the road doing shows, do you have any weird pre-show rituals?
No, honestly, I try not to. A lot of the places we play are, if they have food there, it's always like barbecue.
It's
or
always
chicken fried
barbecued.
steak, or chicken fried steak, and it's always the best barbecue or chicken fried.
Oh
steak.
yeah,
it's always the best.
Yeah, and you have to agree.
Yeah, and I try not to eat any of it. So my main goal is just to not eat something that'll make me, sludgy on stage. I suppose try to get a BLT or something like that.
Take a nap in the middle of your song.
Yeah, I don't have any rituals or anything like that though.
What's the worst gig you've ever played? Maybe a place that you're never going back to, if you want to mention that.
Man, I don't know. I mean, I've played a bunch of 3-hour acoustic gigs that I'm just kind of...
Is it mostly covers?
Well, it's supposed to be. I mean, I don't have 3 hours of originals, so I do play covers. It's covers I like playing.
Yeah.
And then sometimes people gripe at you for
come out and request something.
I don't know what they want to hear, but I don't know. I've never played anything. I've been grateful.
You're very lucky.
I try to look at... I'm sure there's something I've played that was... There was actually something there was a gig we played that I thought was going to be awful, but ended up being really cool.
Really?
There was like an auction in Waco or something. Mm-hmm. It was, I can't remember what it was for. I think it was for like tractors or something. It was like a tractor auction or something like that.
Okay.
And we would play, it was with me and my band, and it's all these old folks, and we're kind of a loud electric guitar kind of band.
Right,
yeah.
And
it was in this giant auction warehouse or whatever.
So it's just going to be echoey and loud.
Yeah, and we'd play for 10 minutes, and then we'd stop. They'd auction off something, and then play for another 10 minutes, and the guy would just like come on stage, and like people just were staring at us, just like,
just waiting on the next tractor.
Yeah.
How long is this song?
Yeah, I was dreading that gig, but it actually ended up being kind of funny. So.
That is, yeah. There's a story out of that right there
probably.
For sure.
Yeah.
So for you, Hank, if music didn't exist, what do you think you would be doing in life? Besides public relations, which we're still not sure what that means.
Man, I have no clue. This is
so like you didn't have a backup plan.
No, I mean I'm getting a degree. I don't know what I would use it for. I'd probably try to do something else in music, but I don't know anything outside of music. I don't know what I would do. Probably go work at a record store.
Right, so something with music.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't even think of anything without it, but yeah.
So like how old were you when you knew music was your thing?
Yesterday, maybe? I don't know.
Still trying to figure that out?
No, I think it is. I think when I was 18 and I came to San Marcos, and I didn't really know anybody growing up that did music, and I've never pictured myself doing anything else. When I came down there and met other songwriters in a community that kind of values that kind of stuff, I was like, oh, this is, even if it's not going to make me money the rest of my life, this is something I want to be a part of.
It's a passion.
It was a passion. It was just a real eye-opening experience for me.
So do you have any other hobbies besides music?
Man,
and I don't mean to call your music a hobby.
Well, no, it is.
You have a hobby.
If I'm not doing it seriously, I'm doing it for fun too. Man, I don't fish as much as I'd like to. I used to fish a lot. Like fishing. I like. Man, I don't know. I'm kind of stumped on that one. Trying to think, I just go hang out and watch live music. That's kind of all I do.
Hank, we got to get you some hobbies, buddy.
I know. I need to figure something out.
Maybe crochet, something
You think I would work harder at this stuff if that's the only thing I do?
So since you're so into music, let's talk about the Texas country music Mount Rushmore. 4 faces. Who's those faces for you?
Man.
I know this is a tough question because you want to sound cool, but you also have like 1,000 names going through your head at the same time.
Yeah, I'm going to go personal. Steve Earle's always been my number one artist. I know he's not considered Texas country. He was born in West Virginia, but he grew up in San Antonio.
Right.
So I always consider him a Mount Rushmore of any kind. I think Doug Somm is a big one.
There you go.
I think just historically, he was I don't know. I could nerd out about this. Tell me when
that's
to stop.
What this is all about. Yeah.
Doug Somm is always, I've looked at as such an important guy in the Austin culture in the 70s and San Antonio and that kind of whole deal. If I could put Guy Clark and Townes Van Zandt into one person, I'd put them on a slot. Yeah. And then, man, let's go Robert O'Keefe, I guess.
I was really hoping you'd say yourself.
Yeah.
It's been great.
No.
That's a pretty good little list there.
Yeah, I don't know. I could name a million others.
You are a music nerd.
I try to.
I respect that a lot.
A lot of people don't like hearing about it.
I can talk to you about it all day. Yeah. That's what we're here for. Is there any moment in your career so far that make you think that, like, yeah, I'm on the right path with what I'm doing?
Man, there's been a couple instances. I mean, me and Cameron Albright got to go up to Steamboat Music Festival this year in January, and we still can't comprehend how that even happened, because we'd always dreamed about going to that festival just as fans, and we got to play it, and that was, I know for me and him, that was a very an eye-opening thing, like, oh, we're actually here. And
that is one of the coolest events ever, isn't it?
Yeah, it felt like imposter syndrome. I know a lot of people talk about that,
right?
But that was one of them where I was kind of, my jaw was just dropped the whole time. I had to, my first set at Steamboat, I had to follow John Fulbright.
Dear God.
Yeah. I was looking through the schedule that day, and I was like, okay, I know I'm playing today. Let's see who's playing today. I was like, John Fulbright. Who's after John Fulbright? Me. And I was like,
great.
Oh, my God. I didn't even get to enjoy a set because I was freaking out so much.
I bet, yeah.
That was kind of
what a cool moment that is.
It was a very cool moment.
It was nice of John Fulbright to open for you. It really was.
I try not to word it like that. That's
right.
completely false.
What's the biggest goal in music for you, like, say, in the next 5 years?
Man, the next 5 years, I don't know. I got some kind of small goals, and it's all revolved around live shows and stuff. I've
like a stage that you want to be on?
Right, yeah, or just, obviously Cheatham Street's home base. I want to sell out Cheatham Street at some point.
Right.
Or, headline at Green Hall, maybe, push the tickets there. Just like kind of local stuff like that. I just want to I always want to write good songs and put on a good live show. It's kind of the main goal overall. So.
Very cool. How do you handle writer's block?
I don't have a remedy for it.
Because that's an answer everybody wants.
Yeah, I don't know if there's an answer to that. Maybe just listen to my buddies and just,
steal ideas from other guys.
Yeah, maybe just steal ideas from them. Yeah, no, but if I can't write something and then one of my friends will write something I really like, I was like, all right, well, I got to get my crap together. Just try to get something out. So,
right.
Yeah.
So are you a guy that, like, do you ever schedule time to write, or is it just, it happens when it happens?
Not like for myself,
Oh, yeah, I mean, the co-writes, obviously.
Yeah, but no, there was a time where I tried to do that, and I know that's probably healthy for some people, but it kind of makes it worse almost if I sit down and really try to force myself.
It's different for everybody.
If I'm with other people and I don't have any ideas and I sit down and force it, something will come out if I have another person collaborating with me, but I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out how to write a good song, so I'm still on my first 100, so...
I don't know about that. I've heard your songs.
Well,
all right, let's do some rapid-fire questions.
All right,
here we go. If you could only drink one beverage for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Powerade Zero Blue.
All right. Boy, that was quick, man. Which Texas city has the best breakfast tacos?
I haven't had a whole lot of breakfast tacos in San Antonio. I'm sure San Antonio is the answer, but
you don't wake up early, do you?
I'm going to go with Austin.
You're not a morning person.
I have breakfast tacos at night. So.
Okay, yeah, there you go. There you go.
Probably Austin.
Stuck on a desert island. What's the one album you bring?
Train to Come and Steve Earle.
All right. Strangest piece of advice you've ever been given?
This wasn't given to me personally, but I overheard it in a story. Roger Miller said, "Don't keep your pills and your coins in the same pockets, or else you'll swallow all your quarters."
Right. Who would win in a fight? Willie Nelson armed with a guitar, or George Strait armed with a microphone stand?
George Strait armed with a microphone stand.
The metal, yeah. And if you could instantly master any instrument besides the guitar, which one would it be?
Bagpipes.
But, okay, man, you are a Steve Earle fan.
Yeah.
Dear God.
That's not even for my own music. It would just be really cool. Cause
be cool to cover Copperhead Road and open up in bagpipes.
Yeah, no, that'd be great. You're either like, pro at bagpipes or you're really off.
But you want to be like off stage doing it and then walk on stage playing the bagpipes.
Perhaps with a kilt.
Build that huge moment and the pyro goes off, guitars hit.
Braveheart face paint.
Yeah, God, yeah.
The whole thing, yeah.
I'm seeing a music video for you. This is going to work. All right, final question, Hank. If you could sum up who Hank Weaver is in one sentence, what would it be?
Lazy. One sentence or one word?
I was going to say, that was so lazy, the sentence was one word.
Yeah,
that's so perfect.
Maybe that's kind of perfect.
Hank Weaver, how about one more song, buddy?
Yeah.
Tell us what we're going to hear.
This is a newer one I wrote with a buddy, Ashton Naylor. It's kind of a love song. The song is called Any Other Way.
You look flawless. Some might call this make-believe. I'll be honest, I'll be damned you didn't turn and leave. I never saw this coming. Like a stray dog I came running into your arms and out into the night. I hate to bother, I ain't Roy Rogers, that's for sure. If it took any longer, you'd probably see me as a chore. I never saw this coming. It's just your song I'm humming. I'll be there singing. Help me make it through the night. I keep on thinking that I'm heartbreak bound. I bet you wonder why you stick around. I give you the reason to leave, you find the reason to stay. If you told me this was a dream, wouldn't have it any other way. So I'm reckless, I didn't expect you at my door. I respect it, I'll take the mattress on the floor. Did you read the fine print, baby? I think your dad still hates me. I get to thinking lately he might come around. I keep on thinking that I'm heartbreak bound. I bet you wonder why you stick around. I give you the reason to leave, you find the reason to stay. If you told me this was a dream, I wouldn't have it any other way.
Jeez Louise, man. I'm telling you, this is the reason I do this right here for moments like that. Hank Weaver, you are going to be a star, dude.
Well, I appreciate it.
You've
Thank you, Shane.
got an incredible voice. You got this cool charisma about you. And you talk real quiet like this. I like that. Can't wait to see what comes next for you, man. So, like, new album, new songs. Are you going to be a singles guy? What are you going to do?
Man, so trying to walk that fine line, I guess. I have a record that I recorded with David Beck out in Martindale, Texas.
Yeah.
A lot of friends of mine had recorded there, and I really liked what he did, and so I got a whole record with him.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of sitting on that and trying to push out singles just as I go, and hopefully get the record out about beginning of next year, maybe.
Very cool. Very cool. Man, I can't wait to see what's next for you. See big things. Thank you so much for joining us today and taking the time. I really, really appreciate it.
Of course. Thanks for having me on.
Thank you, buddy.
Thank you.